Hello HUD House Hunters, it's Donnie Corum with Colorado Springs ForeclosureDeals.com. Today I'm bringing you 4335 Witches Hollow Lane, which is in the southwest part of Colorado Springs, basically Security Widefield area. Now this home features 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a 2-car garage, and 1,900 square feet of living space, 1,300 of which is finished currently. This thing has a sweet deck off the back, and retail comps in the neighborhood based on the assessor is that this thing should go for about $190. So currently they got it listed for $130 grand. It's eligible for the $100 down. You're gonna love this property. Let's go take a look. So in the main entryway of Witches Hollow, right out of the gate, we have a living room area. And I don't know if you guys were able to see this on the camera, but this guy added a lot of extra decking. He put a deck on the front here, so you've got some exterior living space right out front. And then out back, this thing has a double tier deck that we're going to take a look at a little later on. As far as repairs go, the carpeting is a shade of blue. It's not necessarily the most preferred. It's not the worst of shape, but it's something you may want to consider replacing out. However, the era this house was built, which is the early 90s, the windows seem to be fine. In general, the structure seems to be fine. And at $130,000, you were literally stealing this place. It's an excellent deal. Back this direction, we have a gas fireplace. Nice feature, very fuel efficient there. And then as we head over this direction, you're going to notice the kitchen starts with a nice looking granite style tile. I don't think it's granite, but you definitely got that look to it, which goes throughout the kitchen. It looks like he added this aftermarket, so that's kind of a neat feature. The cabinets are in pretty good shape. No major complaints here, and they were definitely going after a Tuscany vineyard feel, as you can see from the wallpaper. If you're into that, it's not in terrible shape. If it's something you'd want to remodel, it wouldn't be that hard to remove either, so you have options there. The appliances are missing, guys. There's a ton of cabinet space, and for me, I'm a big fan of having an island. This is actually where my family sits down and has dinner every evening, so I like having an island in the kitchen. You take it directly from the stove to the island, and everybody can hang out. So that's an excellent feature, and at $130 grand, it's not something you're expecting to find, so that's a pretty neat deal. With that, let's go check out the upstairs bedrooms. Come along. Right out of the gate, what I like to see is the upper laundry room. So this is kind of a cool feature. You take the clothes directly into the laundry room, and it's right here. So that's kind of nice. You've got 2 secondary bedrooms upstairs for the total of 3 bedrooms. This is the first secondary. The rooms are a decent size. Some weird paint colors, but in general, nothing's in bad shape except maybe the color of the carpeting, and that's not something you couldn't live with. If you're into the blue carpet, that's not going to be a big deal, but just something to consider on that. Other than that, doors look nice. Hardware is a little dated, so you might swap that out, but no major changes in this room. We might want to come back to a slightly more neutral paint color in here, but beyond that, I'm flooring it, I'm painting it, and you're back in business on this property. And again, given the era, you've got nicer, newer vinyl windows. These are going to be energy efficient. You shouldn't need to worry about replacing the windows for several more years to come. So we're definitely getting a good deal on a property which should go substantially higher. Let's go see the master bedroom. All right, so inside the master bedroom, pretty good sized master. You've got a walk-in closet off to the back here, which is plenty of room for all your stuff and things like that. And then you've got a full 5-piece bath back this direction, which is nice. Starting over here, we have a garden level tub, and it's got the 4-inch tile surround, missing a couple of grout lines down here, so you want to get this resealed so water doesn't leak into that as quick as you could. But beyond that, nothing that you need to do, just some cosmetic updates which will really bring this property back into the times. Continuing, we have a dual vanity sink here. Nice huge vanity, and then you've got your walk-in shower, completing back here with the toilet area. So, I mean, that's the master bedroom. A 5-piece master bath for only $130,000, guys. That's why the tax assessor says this is worth $190, maybe a little bit more, because these kind of features are in $200,000 houses pretty consistently, but not so much in even the $190 bracket, much less being able to grab this thing for $130. Let's go see the basement, and then I want to show you the deck. It's sweet. So we're downstairs at 4335 Witches Hollow. Now this basement is not done. This adds about 600 square feet to the 1,300 square feet finished for a total of 1,900 and change square feet. Now this basement leaves a lot of options. Off to this direction, This is where the builder probably envisioned putting one bedroom back here. So this would kind of be the bedroom area. Now, by code, when this was built, you had to have plumbings for the bathroom. So the bathroom plumbings are here and here. So, you know, the layout's going to be a little bit weird, but I think you could make it work. But basically the bathroom's going to be right as you walk down the stairs. You would want to put a door to get into the bathroom. And then back here is your other option for a bedroom. But the reason that's going to be a little bit difficult, guys, is because, again, the bedroom can't have the utility center in it. So we'd have to frame this off somehow and make this a bedroom. Or, and an easier option would be, don't make it a bedroom, but rather an office. Bottom line is this is really easy to finish out. And if you were to finish it out, you're going to take it from a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, as it stands now, to a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, with a 2-car garage, which obviously is going to add some additional value to the property. And we're already stealing this thing, so adding the basement finish is going to make this huge. Just wait till you see this backyard and deck, though. Let's head out from there. Come along. So we're out back at Witch's Hollow. Now, guys, I want you to see this deck because this is pretty sweet. It starts down here, all right? You got a nice amount of outdoor living space out of the gate. And just check out this backyard here. Now, they fenced off part of it, kind of cutting the yard in half, but your property line is actually probably going to go all the way to the street here. So it's a much bigger backyard than what they were utilizing. But, you know, for maintenance purposes, maybe you stop the sod at the fence line and leave the rest of it the way that they've got it. Or maybe you fence the rest of this yard in and just take advantage of the entire yard space. Entirely up to you. The deck continues on this direction, though. Let's check this. So there's actually an upper level deck in addition to the lower level deck, which is just a nice sitting area. Now, obviously this is something the builder didn't do. This is something that was done by the homeowner. But one thing I would change if you're really going to take advantage of this is it'd be kind of neat to have a patio sliding door that walked out from the master onto this upper deck. So very easy to do. I mean, obviously you got to cut a pretty big hole, but it's going to make a huge difference to make this upper deck even more functional. So the address is 4335 Witches Hollow Lane, Colorado Springs, Colorado 80911. Currently this house has 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, a 2-car garage, and 1,900 square feet of living space, 1,300 of which is finished, the other 600 in the unfinished basement. As you saw in the video, it's not in terrible shape, guys, but perhaps more importantly, it's in a neighborhood that comfortably supports $190,000 to $200,000, and we can get it today for only $130,000. Don't forget, we got the $100 down payment as long as we act quickly, and again, $8,000 tax credit for those of you who can get involved with that. By April 30th, we have to be under contract in order to take advantage of that tax credit, and we have to close by June 30th. This is a smoking deal, guys. $50,000 to $60,000 below market on a really nice house in a really nice neighborhood, close proximity to the Fort Carson and the other military bases, and you just cannot beat this price. As always, give me a call. The number is at the bottom of the screen, but it's 719-649-2500. And if you're just watching the videos and you want to get more information about our other foreclosure deals, don't forget to register online at www.coloradospringsforeclosuredeals.com. We are the leading resource for foreclosures in and around the Colorado Springs area. If you're looking for a deal, that's the site where you're going to find it. With that, guys, this is Donnie Corum with coloradospringsforeclosuredeals.com. Don't forget to check us out on our foreclosure tour. It's going to be March 27th this month, just a couple weeks away, but you got to RSVP. Register on the site online and put a note when you register that you're interested in the tour, and we'll be sure to get back in touch with you to get your RSVP. We're going to see even more great deals in person that day, so I look forward to meeting you guys in person then. Thank you so much for tuning in. This again is Donnie Corum with coloradospringsforeclosuredeals.com, and we'll catch you on the next one.